Alright everyone, I just wanted to touch base. I just wanted to do a bit more of a personal video. Where I am, it's the end of the day. It's quite late. And I thought, do this now. I can schedule it. And it's also why this was fresh on my mind as well. So, just wanted to give shout out to those that have helped and supported and been there since I launched this. I did a bit of an introduction. I think it was Monday. Was it Monday? I can't remember. It was a few days ago now. So why I decided to do the channel in the first place. Football's my life. It's a huge passion of mine. Obviously Liverpool's the main love of it, but the sport in general. So if Liverpool on the TV, I'm happily found watching, say, whatever Premier League games on, Championship. I sometimes watch League One. I sometimes watch the Nations League. I'll watch the Bundesliga. I'll watch League One. I'll watch Serie A. I would like to watch the La Liga, but I'm not paying to get a subscription for that. I catch the highlights. I'd like to watch more of the South American leagues as well. Basically, if it's on, I try to watch it. I just love the sport, so I'm a football person at heart, and I just wanted to do something for my love of the game and my love of Liverpool and give something back. Because I say up to like last summer, I did look around and I was like, there was the odd channel and some purported to be knowledgeable, but they seem to be whatever the club says they stick with, and whatever fans felt they seem to sometimes push aside, and I didn't agree with that. So I looked around for see where I could get a reliable source, because this time we were linked with Zubimendi, and I just wanted something reliable. And I was debating, should I do something myself? I love football. One of the hardest periods in recent times was when COVID hit and I had no football. I couldn't go to cinema and watch a film, so a lot of the stuff that I found relaxing, helpful, was taken from me. So I found that a struggle, and that was when we won the league, so it was a bit of a release. So I owe sort of football a lot, and it's got me through some tough times. But yeah, going back to wanting to do something, I was like, there's not much there. You know, I'm thinking, do I do something myself? And I thought, no, nobody will pay any attention to what I've got to say. I probably can't do it anyway. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know what to do. And I didn't feel I could do it. I didn't feel I would have the confidence to do it, you know? It was just, I felt at that moment in time, the way I felt and things, I'd have been well out of my comfort zone. And I just felt a bit nervous and unsure on that. That may have come across in earlier videos. They may now. unless I'm like trying to look at an article just for sources, and I'm scrolling through my phone and I'll get an article and I get loads of ads and it pushes the article away, so I'm trying to find where my train of thought was. Maybe there's more confidence there now than there was, say, 5-6 days ago, 2 days ago. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think there is, but the proof is in the pudding and what you guys see and witness on videos. So yeah, I'll leave you to answer that one for me. But yeah, I didn't feel back in the summer I had the confidence. And then I stumbled across Donk's channel, Cop Talk, and he broke down a really good article and information on the Zubamendi story. I thought, this person seems really, really knowledgeable. They don't feed you a load of rubbish. They break it down simply, and it's concise, it's well structured, and they seem an honest, genuine person. They care about the club, and they won't accept rubbish. So I had a good, positive first impression of the channel. So I followed a few more videos, caught up with some live streams, joined the community, and found it a really, really, really welcoming community. I'm still there now, still love it. I still join all the live streams and watch what I can. So the first thank you I've got to give is to Duncan Oldham, Dunk, from Cop Talk. If it hadn't been for somebody like you, I probably wouldn't be sat here now recording this video. I'd probably be sat watching somebody else's video or reading an article or scrolling through Twitter. I've learned a lot from the videos and streams. I've just and then I lose my train of thought. Yeah, I've just learned a lot from the community in general. And one thing the community has, I've learned, it's supportive and caring. And when after I launched this and brought it live and started with it, the support has been fantastic. So everybody on the community that's commented, wished me well in live streams, joined a live stream, because I've done 2, and one worked better than the other, but I've got to learn and get used to that myself, and that will come with time, with experience, and I have the belief I will get there. Something, say, 6 months ago I wouldn't have said. I would have looked at me, if I told myself 6 months time you'll be doing this, and I would have laughed at myself and said, stop talking rubbish. But yeah, they've been supportive, caring, helpful, and yeah. And there's 2 members from the community that have been stuck without, and they've got their own channels as well. That's Martin at Red Raw LFC. Make sure I say that right. What to say about his channel? Martin is extremely, extremely knowledgeable. He really is. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to the game. He's got a good insight in players. I think I've discussed a few with him, and he immediately knows, like, the players. And I was just trying to think how to say this. Yeah, he's just got a good grasp of the news around the game, not just the club, but Europe. So he'll know dates and stats on certain players, and you can tell he cares about the club, he cares about the game. So please give his channel a like and subscribe. Because Martin, if you watch this, you're doing an amazing job. You really are. And your knowledge and insight is a lot stronger than you think it is. Oh God, I'm sat on the sofa with the laptop on my knee and I keep moving my knee and the laptop up. So yeah, as I said, yeah, give Red Raw a like and subscribe, please. Because like the fan community, the Liverpool fan community, need to support each other. Because there are some groups, you could say they're labelled top reds, and they won't go against the club or it's everything FSG are right, and it's just nice to have the fan voice heard more, and that channel's one as well as this and Cop Talk. Just an extra strength to the voice of the fans. And I've got going to channels, and one who got me into doing this without probably realising he'd done it, because I joined him on a video. I didn't have a camera on the laptop, I did it on my phone. Decided to get a camera. I thought, maybe after I did that video, I realised I could probably do this. Got a camera with the intention of starting this, and to be honest, I kind of needed a web camera anyway, and I've been putting it off and putting it off, and when I decided to half do the channel and make the plunge, I joined him on a live stream, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience. It really was. And I found it something. It was relaxing as well. Whereas I was thinking, will it be stressful? Will it be hard? But no, it's relaxing, same as the video. Yeah, and that's Gareth's channel, Copites of Anfield. He takes a slightly different approach, but his approach is brilliant. He probably knows more than he thinks in terms of like players and the game. He's also willing to learn, and you bring like a player to him, he will look at it and he'll look at the information, and he gives 110% as well. So that's Copite of Anfield. In fact, I won't need to link they're linked in the bio, but I will put a shout out to each of these channels in the description of this video, so you can find them and give them a like, a subscribe as well, because that's 3 channels that I'd be very, very lost without. And there's another one I've just stumbled across. I haven't interacted with them much, just seen a couple of videos, and that's I think it's the LFC Files. Really clear, concise, and well thought out presentation. Really good. So there's some of the main shout outs I wanted to give. And to say thank you to the people that deserve the thanks. You might have seen him in comments on the videos, but it's Carl. Now he'll probably watch this and wondering why he's getting a shout out. But I decided to do a test live stream to see whether it would work, how it would work, and if I could do it. And I didn't plan it, I didn't schedule it, I just launched it and thought, if anybody joins, great. If nobody joins, I just wanted to test the layout and the software and things like that. So if somebody left a comment, I wanted to highlight it and show it up on the screen. So for you, it'll appear. Oh, hold on. I can't do this. Down here somewhere. Yeah. I forgot I've just changed the camera because it was mirrored and I've forgot I changed it, so it's very weird. But yeah, if you do join the live stream, you hopefully should see a comment if it's highlighted down in the bottom left of your screen there. Yeah, he joined the live stream, helped me test. I was on for about half an hour or so. He didn't have to stay for it. He did, because that's the sort of person he is. He's on the Cop Talk chat as well. He's a funny guy, honest, and he's been supportive as well. So he gets a shout out for helping on here, even though he probably didn't realise he was helping. So yeah, I just wanted to touch base with those that deserve the thanks. But yeah, it's hard to say what I've got planned because obviously I've got to juggle family life as well, and those that know me from other places will know family life here for me can be chaotic. I'm not going to talk about family life on videos because I'd like to keep that for me, my private, and not on videos. But it can sometimes be chaotic. And for example, when we did the test train, something came up. It wasn't urgent, it wasn't a major thing, but it was something that was beneficial I dealt with then. It wasn't serious when we were doing the test stream, but it just needed sorted, so I did it. Might as well do it then, and I didn't have to worry about it later. Because I can be very guilty of that. Saying, yep, I'll do something, and then agreeing to do something else and completely forgetting about it. So, yeah. So if, say, I publish a live stream, say, schedule it, and it doesn't happen, I will try to let people know. Sometimes things can come up last minute. Sometimes things go to plan. That's life, really, isn't it? I mean, how many times have you planned to do something and your day has gone completely belly up because something unexpected's happened? Wow. Welcome to my world. That can happen here too. I mean, I've done videos and had to stop and redo because somebody's phoned me or somebody's knocked at the door. Or I think one occasion I was recording a video and I had one of the pets walk across the laptop. I was like, great. So you're just seeing this figure of a pet just walk across the front of the camera. So yeah, life could be chaotic. So it is what it is. I do the best I can with the tools I have and the software I have. I'm still learning, still growing, still developing the confidence. That's one thing that's probably me as a person throughout my life, is I've never been overly the most confident person in things. I've always tended to stick to my comfort zone and stay within it. I've never been a fan of push myself out of the comfort zone, which this is very much out of my comfort zone. It's very much not my natural environment. So bear with me. It will be rough at first, but it will get easier. At least I'm hoping it gets easier. Yeah. So what else did I want to say? I had things out up here I wanted to say. It's just trying to process the ways of saying it simply and effectively and clear and concisely. But yeah, it was to thank people. You know the channel's here now. You've seen the content. You've seen what it is. It's raw. It's not polished up and done so all fancy. I mean, what was it I had in videos? I went to do one and I'd made a coffee before it. Had my coffee, sat down, forgot to turn the coffee machine off, and all I heard was the noise of the thing turning off over the video. It's like, I'm not turning the video off, you're just going to have to deal with it. I went to check a currency conversion on our Echo Dot, asked it once, worked swimmingly, great. And this was the day of the test live stream actually. Went to do it a second time and it told me it couldn't answer the question or something. I was like, yeah, technology's great when it works. Tried it again in the live stream, of course it blooming well worked, didn't it? As I said, I've had animals walk across my laptop, and you've seen me sat down here and move my foot and the laptop's dropped. So yeah, it's pretty much raw. It's pretty much what you see is what you get. I don't see any other reason to change that. It's better to be honest and say than be something you're not, and I tried to just be me. Which is not generally the most confident person. I will wear my heart on my sleeve. One thing I won't be doing is watch alongs because I like the sound on, so I can't do that on YouTube because YouTube will have a fit and say, nope, you can't do that. And I really don't want it doing that. And I tend to not, depending on the game, so say Man City, the derby, I tend to not sit down. I tend to get up and move around. I'll watch the game, but I'll walk into the kitchen and then I'll walk back, or I'll walk to the other side of the room and I'll walk back, or I'll change where I'm sat watching it. I get very on edge watching it, so a goal can come in and depending who's in the room with me, I can be very, very vocal. Oh, same with when we concede a goal, I will be probably swearing at the ref. But it's because I care, and it means a lot. So taking that 1-0 lead against, say, Wolves, to me meant the same as a 1-0 lead against any other team. But that's me. So what can we, if we go about the channel, what we can expect? Probably sort of similar things to what you've experienced now, to be fair. I'll look at news and rumours and try and break it down, try and analyse it. And if it's players that are less known to some, I'll try and explain who they are. If they're a wonder kid and I know there's a Wonder Kids series at Cop Heights at Anfield, I will sort of refer you to there, because I think, what is the point of spending in a video doing 3 or 4 minutes when somebody might have a better analysis over 10 minutes, say. It's supporting their channel as well as me, and it means I don't have to look up stats and figures and information on where they've played, what they've scored versus games played and things like that. It's far easier. So it'll be sort of similar to what you've done now. I'll try and do a few live streams. As to when they'll be done, I don't think there's going to be a set schedule yet. More than likely in the morning, I think. It's also far easier when I've got peace and quiet to do it as well, which is mostly the mornings. And it will just be depending on how I feel and whatnot. Also, be better to do it when there's more people subscribed to the channel and viewing the content and interacting with the channel. Then at least then it'll work better, because I'd rather do a live stream with, say, 10 people that I know really well that are constantly interacting than, say, with 20 people that are sitting in the background just listening to me on a live stream and responding to the odd comment. I don't think it's as good an interaction. So I like to get some live streams in the mix. I probably won't do watch-alongs, which I've just explained. The other big occasions we have in the calendar are transfer deadline days, and yes, you can get sources where there's a constant feed, so you could probably watch a live stream for the entire final deadline day till the window shuts, usually at 11 p.m. It's some point early September and late Jan, early Feb, depending on if it's summer or winter. I might, depending on the day of the week, if it is a Monday, if it's not a Monday, because they usually have been recently, but depending on timing and things at home, I'll try and just do a few videos. And if I get a chance to do a live stream to catch up with people, I'll do it, but I can't guarantee that I'll do that just yet. I'd like to focus on getting the videos out, getting the content out, getting information to you guys, and getting the support from you guys and the feedback as well. So you'll probably get similar to what you're seeing now, just a broader range, a broader spectrum, and probably more in-depth things. If people have suggestions and ideas, I will look at them and see how feasible they are doing. For example, you go to Cop Heights of Anfield, there's the Wonder Kids. He's done something on Legends. He's done, I think it's worst Liverpool signings. So he's got some themes and playlists of content. And what I'll try to do is not replicate that content as well, because I don't think it's really fair. I would probably find it a little disrespectful to just take somebody's content and redo it yourself. Obviously, with news, you need to relay the news. But I try to quote where I've got the article from and where the source is from. It's factual information just being relayed, where original ideas is not really the same thing, and for me. But if you come up with ideas or things, for example, I did like the teams of the 70s, 80s, etc. Something to get fans thinking, and I'll try and come up with other things like I did with that. Ideas, I have got a few at the back of my mind. I just need to flesh them out and see how doable they are. But yeah, that's one thing that I'll look at. We're coming up to close to the end of the season. We're in the business end of the season now, and obviously you've seen a few videos about transfers and whatnot. I want to try and look at players going out and players coming in, but I want to spread it out a bit, so I'm not going to do one long video on it. I want to do a bit more of a breakdown. So I've done something on Alisson already. I was talking about this with Gareth before, so I know I thought about doing it after the PSG game. Did I actually do it? And he went, yeah, you did. And I'd done a small video. And I've uploaded another one today. So I think I've talked about the goalkeeper situation on all the permutations there. Sorry for that. But we've got other positions on the pitch, such as left back, across the right back, so the defensive line, the midfield. Excuse me, I guess. I do apologise, my throat's a bit dry. As well. As I was saying, yeah, I've focused on the defensive line, so I might just do a couple of videos there, just to say centre backs, full backs. I've got ideas in mind how I do it yet. I haven't decided. Then the midfield, I want to do something with that as well. So talk about where we can possibly see changes in the field. We could see the biggest changes up front. So I'll look at that. I'll try and do some research into who could come in as well, and try and have, excuse me, just move that again, a breakdown of who could come in, who could go out. So something a bit more original content, personal thoughts on it. Because at the end of the day, it's up to Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, Arne Slot, and there's me dropping the laptop again. Well, because I just moved my feet a bit. It doesn't matter what we think, it's what the coaching staff ultimately think. So that's what I'd like to do there in the summer. Possibly look at other things, and I'm about to be joined by a feline friend again, I think. Maybe not. We're just coming over looking at the laptop inquisitively. But yeah, transfer news over the summer is going to be rife. We know that. It's the nature of the beast at the end of the day. So I will look at that the best I can near the time. I'm only one person, me alone. There's nobody else here helping me. I have a hectic day-to-day schedule as it is. So I will do the best I can humanly do. That's all I can do. But that is plans for the channel going forward. a little bit of information, a little bit of shout outs. Apologies, it's not very Liverpool FC related. But it's a bit more personal related. And there I go again. I need to really sit at a desk, but I can't do that at the moment because there's stuff on it. And I've got people asleep. So, because I'm recording this late and I'll schedule it to just go live tomorrow. But yeah, what was I saying? It's a bit more of a personal one. We've just got to remember there'll be hundreds of thousands of fans around the world that could be watching content on YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And everybody that signs into a social media platform, yes, they're a username, but they're a person as well. So we're all human, we're all fans. We can only do what we can do. So it was just a way to say shout out to people and say thank you as well. How I go about thanking the people who support me and whatnot, I haven't decided how I'll do that yet. As I said, people that comment and stuff, I do reply when I can. I do my best to acknowledge everybody. And I know as like number of comments increase, that will get harder. But everybody that's commented so far I've replied to. So, as I said, and I apologize if I've repeated stuff. It is now like 2 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm still recording. I just wanted to get this recorded while it was in my mind and in my mindset, and get it there on video. Because if I'd left it till morning, I might have ended up doing something else and not had the same thoughts and things. But yeah, it's another long video. It's the second long one today. The other one was the weekly roundup. But thank you for the support. It means a lot. It really does. Everybody that comments, everybody that likes, you're appreciated. You really are. No two ways about it. Your support is really helpful. Constructive criticism, feedback is also helpful, and if it's something that will improve things, I will do it where physically possible. So if somebody says, maybe buy such and such a camera to record the videos, and I turn around and the camera's like £400. Lovely idea, but it ain't happening. I can't spend that money on a camera. It's not going to work. But if somebody says maybe turn volume levels down a touch, or maybe lighting could be this, that, or the other thing, there are things that I can possibly look at. Right now there's not much I can do about the lighting. So constructive criticism, feedback is valued. What doesn't help is when people downvote a video and say nothing. So I don't know whether they're just doing it because they don't like the nature of the content, the presentation of the content. I think one of them I'd mentioned Amarim, and when I did that video, there was mentions of reasons why we'd snubbed him and things like that. and how Man United, who eventually ended up hiring him, could be financially worse off for doing that because of the nature of his style of play versus what they had at the club. Somebody didn't like that. Well, fine. It's not going to bother me, to be perfectly honest. You can dislike something, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It's just if you have feedback, it's much better for me and for you and for everybody else if you say what's on your mind. Not because I don't know whether you don't like the title, you don't like the content, you don't like the presentation, you don't like the fact it's not 100% Liverpool, whether I've mentioned Man United. I mentioned a manager that's we'd been linked with and then didn't go for and then ended up at Man United. I could say do a video on Michael Owen, not that I've got any lined up. And if somebody just downvoted that, say, would it be because of the presentation, the content, or the fact it's Michael Owen? I don't know, you know. But it's just little things that I will learn and pick up and improve on just through time and experience and development of confidence, really. So all I can say is bear with me, and I think as I said earlier on at the start of this, it'll be rough at first. It's going to be rough, unpolished, but we'll get there. I mean, what's the saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, this channel won't be built in a day. It's going to take time to grow, develop, find its feet, find its footing, and be as good as you want it to be and as I want it to be. It will take hard work, it will take time. I may have some days where I can spend 5 or 6 hours with stuff, or I might have some days where I can spend 1 or 2. I can't change that because of family dynamics. That's something that will probably be a factor throughout the channel's existence. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But I will close up and say thank you once again. I know I've said this more than once, but your support does mean a lot. And the 3 channels I mentioned, well, no, 4 channels actually, LFC Files included. The others be Cop Heights of Anfield, Red Raw, and Cop Talk. Check them out, give them a subscription, like, comment, engage with them, and you'll see what a community that led me to here, and the people that led me to here. And if you join, say, live streams, I might see you in the live streams. You can say hello in there. Because I try to support them as much as they try to support me. So, yeah, I'll say good night all. Take care everyone, and I'll catch up with you soon, alright? Remember, you'll never walk alone.